The OBSBOT Tiny 2 Lite is a 4K AI-powered webcam designed to get more people into leveling up their professional online presence. Whether you're a content creator or whether you use a webcam for business, the OBSBOT Tiny 2 Lite is a new option for us to be a more affordable option for improving our webcam presence. Let's look at what they offer us. We're going to have the Tiny 2 Lite. No longer is it a separate mount. We now have it built in for the mounting on the top of our computer or laptop. We do still have the 1/4 mount on the bottom, but all this lets us adjust the angle so that we can use this mounted at the top of our MacBook or our laptop. We're going to get the USB-C to USB-C cable in this box. It does have the USB-A adapter if you need it, and then of course the product documentation that you would expect. Let's get this put on our MacBook and see how it operates. I have started a screen recording so that you can see what I'm looking at here on my MacBook. And we're looking at the OBSBOT Center software. This is what controls your OBSBOT Tiny 2 Lite, any of their other webcams that they offer as well. I have the video preview window open where we can start a recording. We can take a snapshot. We can choose our video format. 1080-30, 4K 30, 1080-30, 720-30 are all available as it is now. Looking at our console, I have some AI tracking for the person that's in front of the camera. And so what I'm going to be able to do is choose standard tracking or motion tracking, which gives me a little bit more of a wavy effect. It's going to flow a little bit more when I have a motion tracking rather than standard. Normal, upper body, or close-up are my three choices for how this treats it. Now I'm very close. I mean, there's the camera. It's 3 foot, just over 3 foot away from me right there. So it doesn't have to be zoomed. There doesn't have to be a whole lot of adjustment there. It does have that AI mode where if somebody else comes into view here and it recognizes their face, it's going to zoom out a little bit and make sure that all of us are in frame. That's a really good quality to have for the business setting, because as you do calls and you need to bring somebody else in on the call who's in the office with you, that's a great feature to have. Our presets are right here, so I can have it preset for individual parts of where I am. It can, as far as that gimbal will go, it will preset to that spot. Remember it, and you can call that up in just a moment. We also have the view here where I can control what the gimbal is doing. And of course, it's going to keep me in center there since it's tracking me, but I have the ability to go to zoom presets wide, medium, and narrow, but I can also do it custom there. So we'll take that back to 0. Moving on over to the image section here in our OBSBOT Center software for the Tiny 2 Lite. I have the ability to run HDR, which is high dynamic range, is always a nice feature to have, so long as the processor will handle it, and this one will, no problem. Focus, exposure, flicker is something that is nice to have just based on what kind of lighting you have in your office maybe, or in your content creation room. I can choose autofocus, auto exposure, or I have very detailed control there. White balance can be autofocused, or can be auto chosen, or I can choose the temperature of my shot. And then of course the normal contrast, saturation, hue, all the stuff that would be there in the image quality tab. Then we have beauty options. Those are going to be your filters and your backgrounds. You can retouch your own image. They have some presets. You can do some custom there. This is as beautiful as I get. There's no use in retouching anything that I've got going on here. But if you need privacy, you can choose to blur your background to different levels. And you can, of course, do your filters if your lighting is off and you need to try to filter to clean your look up just a little bit. And then the more section lets you have your security. So device sleep is going to point this camera straight down. It's going to turn the microphone off, and you can set your sleep time there. When it goes to sleep, you can choose to do your own custom background. So if you need to excuse yourself for a moment, it will go to a background and they'll know that the stream is still up. And then our gesture control here is lock, target, and zoom. Then we can do a dynamic zoom. So zoom lets me zoom in or out. Let's see if I can make it go back out now. All right, there it is, and out. Nope. All right, how about, there we are, dynamic zoom. No. Oh, even more, not good. Not good. Oh, there we go. All right, zoomed back out. Good. Gesture control. Locking the target is showing the palm just like it is on so many other devices. And so now I can move about within the shot and it won't follow me. But if I want it to follow me and keep me front and center stage, so to speak, we can do that. I can flip the direction. And then we have our audio features here as well. We do have a noise reduction, off, weak, medium, and strong. Those are valuable. I have an office where the air conditioner handler is right on the other side of my wall, and so I use a little bit of noise reduction when I'm using this camera in there. And of course, we have some gain control. We can turn the microphone off altogether. We have our mirror image if we need to do some mirroring depending on the device we've plugged it into, and then our pan tilt settings here as well. Indicator status light. I've got a little blue light whenever it is tracking me. I have a green light when it is not tracking me. And the OBSBOT Tiny 2 Lite is a cost-effective version of a 4K AI-powered webcam that will allow a lot more users to get into this space and increase their online presence, whether that's business or content creation, because we're no longer just using that ridiculously poor webcam that's built into most of our laptops and computers.